Hey, it's the lunatic from the woods. We're out here in the woods, boys. We're going to talk a little bit about pain, suffering, and semen retention. So, I mean, my life aligned with this whole 5 stages of spiritual awakening. Exactly. So first I was unconscious, and I didn't know why. I didn't know why my life was getting so bad. And then that brought me into the second stage, where it was you start to realize that everything is impersonal. Like nothing's personal. You don't take anything personal. You start seeing the bigger spectrum of everything. You see that these people are really telling you about something about themselves. I talked about this in like I think it was like the beginning stages, a little bit more about the third eye experience. I have a couple videos on the third eye. The third one is your thirst for knowledge. And I've been through I was reading every single imaginable book, spiritual book known to mankind, which is kind of weird because I never read the Bible, and the universe is kind of pushing me now to read the Bible for whatever reason. I keep hearing about the Bible, and I kind of have some interest in that. I have to find a good Bible to read. But I think I'm going to start doing that. But yeah, now I'm not really reading anything anymore. There's a lot of opinions that kind of mismatched, and then you go into the fourth stage. In the fourth stage, I was in extreme pain. In 2023, like in the end of the summer, my whole body just twisted up. I was starting to kick people out of my life because you realize that like I was always looking for like peace and stuff with certain people. And you realize that there's no peace with certain people. There's just none. There's none to be had. They're toxic people. They don't belong in your life. You need to kick them out. So I was kicking people out of my life. And then I went into all this pain. Now, this pain went on for like a good year and a half. My body is still not right. I'm still in pain, but I'm able to function as a human being. I didn't work for a while. I couldn't do my job. They wanted to fire me. I ended up quitting. I got some money through the lawyer from them, but they never could find. I had MRIs. I had all these tests, all these specialists. They couldn't find anything wrong with me. So it's leading me to believe that this whole pain thing was spiritual. It was like they explain it as this old energy. You were carrying this old energy and it's exiting your body, and it causes a lot of pain and suffering. I mean, this pain was unreal, like unfucking real. Like imagine the worst pain that you've ever felt in your whole life and multiply that by like 1,000. And it was just relentless. It was always there. Like people, they were saying that I had anxiety. I never had anxiety in my whole life because my whole body was like convulsing. I was shaking. My feet were I couldn't put shoes on. Something weird was going on with my feet. They were all red and puffy. They couldn't explain that either. There was all kinds of weird stuff going on with my body. I was up all night shaking in pain, and my wife didn't know what was going on. She would get mad at me and everything, and she, oh, you don't handle that. I'm like, you have no idea what this feels like. I don't know what's wrong. But I came to believe that this was just a spiritual thing. I mean, they tested everything, like everything was fine. everything tested out fine. And they're like, people are like, that's not even possible. Like, I've seen you. You look like you're close to death. And a lot of people, like, I still have those videos when I made, like, that's when I started making videos, when I was going through that. If anyone wants to watch those videos, go right ahead. It's like some of the first videos that I made. You could see my face almost looks gray. My skin almost looks gray. Like, some of them I look green. You could tell that I'm like, I was losing my breath. And so it was like a year that I didn't work. Maybe I worked, I did like weird stuff in between. It wasn't like a solid year. I was trying to find money any way I could, because, you know, you need money to live. So anyway, like, when I was in this pain, basically, like, I had my third eye experience first in 2016, and that led me into semen retention. A lot of people get it mixed up. They're like, oh, well, you did semen retention and then you had a spiritual awakening. It was actually the other way around, which, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be, or like, so these things, they don't follow any laws or anything. I was just completely unconscious, and then I went to being conscious. I went to being able to see more. The veil was off. The fucker was off, man. I could see everything for what it was. So, I mean, masturbation just didn't make any sense to me. So it's been like 10 years. I would never do that. That's disgusting. There's no point in doing it. Anyone that tells you that they're full of fucking shit. Now, if you have a wife and you have sex with your wife, you have sex with your wife. If you're trying to create a kid or something like that, good. But then as time progressed, when I went into all this pain, I had the realization that I needed to be on pure semen retention. So I'm on 208 days right now of pure semen retention. Yeah, I mean, I've been getting kind of quiet, which is kind of weird for me. But this pain was bizarre. Most of the day I was shaking in pain. When I would go outside, the animals were getting really close to me. I had rabbits and stuff come right up to me, like within like 2 feet. I was sitting on a park bench, and I think it's like I made a video opening the heart chakra or something, and I talked about the pain a little bit and how animals started coming closer to me. I have a picture of a chipmunk. It was like nestling up against, like within a foot, a couple inches from my foot, and it was trying to look up at me. It's fucking wildest shit ever. And then this is where, like, the telepathy came in too. When I was in all this pain, it was like, if I would look at somebody, I would get like a message from them. And I was actually like, there was some strong telepathic communication going there, because I would go in jobs and I'd be like, well, I'm going to look inside and see what I could see, because I was looking for interviews to see. And sometimes I saw nothing. I didn't understand. I wasn't getting a message. And then I came to realize that the guy wasn't decided. Other times I went in and I had the feeling, okay, I got the job. It's secured. My wife's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you can't read people's minds. And I actually could. I could read people's minds. But anyway, that pain and suffering brought me into pure semen retention. And the universe, if you pay attention, it will tell you what the fuck you're doing and what to do. But you have to pay attention to this shit. You can't just bury yourself in dirty shit and lust and greed and everything else, it's just not going to go anywhere for you. So yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, I feel like I'm emerging into the last stage, which is, I mean, I'm completely authentic now. Like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't, there's no reason to, like, because, I mean, I completely realize that, like, if you're fake like that, you're going to bring people into your life, and that don't belong in your life. And that's what I was doing before with these other motherfuckers. That I was just like, okay, let me make peace with these people. No, that's fucking wrong. These fucking people, some people are just abusive. And that's the bottom line. You got to kick these motherfuckers out of your life. They do not belong there. And I learned that the hard way. So anyway, yeah, what I was saying about that, the pain and everything was so bad. It was the worst fucking pain that I've ever felt. And you multiply that shit by 1,000. And it's clearing up now. So, I mean, if I'm in the 5th stage, that's the final fucking stage. If I'm emerging into the 5th stage, I mean, like, they described everything perfectly. I was losing my health. I lost my job. People were just dropping out of my life left and right. I went in long periods of isolation. Fucking crazy shit. But my life is completely different now. I look at things completely different. And for whatever reason, I have the strong urge to read the Bible. And then there's another thing. The Bible and to be on strict semen retention. So I feel like as of now, I mean, somebody said that was crazy. That's a really bold claim that I'm going to be on semen retention for the rest of my life. I'm close to 50 years old, motherfucker. I have 2 kids. I have a wife that I love. Why would I? There's no point. And going into that deeper, when you restrain like that, the magnetism between you and your girlfriend or whatever, if you have one, or if you decide to have one, or if your wife, is going to be that much stronger. So, I mean, even if you, like, touch her and stuff like that, or kiss her, a lot of that, this doesn't really probably isn't going to make sense to a lot of people. Shit like that is actually better than when you used to have sex with her. Some of the stuff that you're doing when you're on semen retention, it's just so magnetic, and it's just so, like, everything just holds more weight. It's fucking awesome. So I don't know. I mean, I think this is it for me. But tell me what you guys think. I do have the journal. You know, there are a couple other things. Like, if you guys want to check out the shop or whatever, you can get a little caricature of me on a coffee cup or something. Fun stuff. You know, if you guys want to support the channel. The journal is really helpful. I swear by that journal. I've used it myself, and it helped me with the mind, because the mind will come in. Me, it's not really so much physical. Me, it's mental. I would lose sight of the fact of why I was doing this. Why am I doing this? You have to constantly remind yourself why the fuck you're doing this practice, or you're going to fail. So you guys stay blessed. That's all I fucking have.